let's do this thing. Let's do this. Where are we? Okay, up and running. Video okay. Net okay. Stream okay. Audio looks okay. Here we go. Up and running. Thursday morning. Welcome back. You know what we're going to be doing today. Quite a peaceful day in Sussex. I think it's a bit overcast outside. Weather's okay though. The rain, I believe, has given up on us for this year. Okay, let's get to it. The paper is out before anybody makes a suggestion. There's 2 packs out today. Lei-chan is working on her T-bowl, the T-bowl print, and Suga-san is doing some New Year's cards, the Nengajo. She's finished her batch of prints for the first month of next year. Ishikawa-san is still doing hers. And Kawai-san, Chiharu-san hasn't started her group yet. We're now partway through December, and it's becoming pretty clear that the beginning to next year's series, we're going to have a bit of trouble with the production. We're probably going to have 200 subscribers, but there's no way we can have all 200 prints ready exactly on January 1st. So Cameron's going to have to make sure that the subscribers know the first print and maybe the second one will be coming a little bit late. But, okay, let's go. Knife is really nice and sharp. Let's look at the mountain up here. About 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, I was cursing Cameron's name. He'll be in today, I think. He was up in Niigata Prefecture the other day doing video filming again. He's preparing a ton of video of that stuff, filming in over A5. But this morning, I was cursing his name because what he's also been doing is he's been filming Lei-chan upstairs. She's doing that T-bowl print, and we really want to make a nice YouTube video of that. So every time she gets moving on another color, she calls him from his office downstairs up to the 3rd floor. He was up there with his camera, and he films her doing one more of the colors. You've seen this before. The previous video was Suga-san doing the T-Feels print. He filmed every step, then scanned every step, and made a nice video of the whole thing. He's doing the same thing now with Lei-chan doing this T-bowl print. So he must have been doing that yesterday. I was out in Oma yesterday afternoon, so he must have been filming her upstairs yesterday. And to do that, to do a good job, he wants to get different camera angles, so he borrowed my tripod from the stream. There's a camera right now shooting over at me from over there on a tripod. And he must have borrowed that tripod yesterday and whatever, forgot to bring it back. So today, at just about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, I got down here in the room, got ready, went to the bathroom, got ready, sat down, got my knife ready, and then, where's the tripod? It's, it's normally sitting here attached to the camera, ready to go. So I figured it must have been him, so I went upstairs to his room and couldn't find it. I said, what's going on? So I'm yelling around Cameron. I eventually found it under his desk upstairs. Just a few minutes before the stream started. So. What is this? Is it water falling down? Not quite sure what that is in the back. They're just generic shapes of mountain. I think they're supposed to be trees, perhaps. Water's falling at each side. The cones, they're getting lined up, they're closer and closer. Yesterday there was a garbage truck come by, so whatever. I'm not going to muck with the cones, I was thinking sometime a few weeks ago I should line them up, but then I thought, no, that spoils it. We got to let it happen naturally. When the world aligns, the world aligns. Last thing I got time for is to sit there mucking around lining up cones. Not to mention the neighbors would think I was nuts. What are you doing, Dave? Well, just making sure the universe is in order and everything. No problem. Just move this in over here. I took a quick trip out to Albany Tuesday afternoon. We were closed Tuesday, so I did book work here Tuesday morning. Sizing actually is what I was doing, sizing mornings, Tuesday morning. After the sizing was done, I made a quick trip out to Albany. Haven't seen the staff there for a while. There's a new employee out there I haven't met yet. She's been here for 4 months. I still haven't met her. So I get out there Tuesday afternoon. Guess what? She's booked off for the day. So maybe she heard I was coming, I guess. I don't know. No idea. So I still haven't met her. That's the last time I'm going this year. So it'll be next year before I meet her. So we're in this semi-bizarre situation of having a company here, and I'm the president, and I've got employees that I've never met. It's like me and Toyota. I'm sure the president of Toyota hasn't met everybody in the company, and I'm in the same position now. So long that ham that I was out for. The other staff out there only seem to like her, so it seems to be okay. I mean, they're the ones that interviewed her, asked her to start up, so they pretty much handle it all by themselves. All I do is write the checks. If they're happy with her, I guess that's it. Because I presume she's real and not just some imaginary bank account that they're working with. Wouldn't that be funny? The only staff makes up a new employee, gives me bank account numbers and asks me to pay. This person doesn't actually exist. We'll zoom in a bit closer now, can't we? Without getting out of focus. Speaking of, there's somebody using the word embezzlement there. Embezzlement in bookkeeping, that's what I've been wrestling with last night. One of the reasons I went out to Ome on Tuesday and came back on Wednesday was to get away from here for a while. Not in any bad sense, but there's a really huge project coming up that I have got to be able to focus on for a while. We're becoming a company. Well, we've become a company, which takes effect on January 1st. And among the things that we have to do to prepare is, of course, we've got to build a new bookkeeping system. Because I've been a personal proprietorship over the past years, there's been no need to run a real normal double entry bookkeeping system. It's just been a cash journal. Because the way the Japanese system works here is that for a proprietor, all you do is you declare your income and you knock off the various expenses that you incurred developing that income. So it's just simply a cash journal. How much money came in and how much did you spend? Allowable expenses. There's nothing like inventory control or accounts payable, receivable, anything like that. It's just simply a cash journal. That's how the accounting has worked for us, for me, for nearly 30 years. But corporations can't run on a cash journal. Corporations need real, official, legal, double entry bookkeeping, which we've never done. So no problem. The easy answer would be just to, grab a software package and go for it. It doesn't work for us for a number of reasons. One is our order entry and billing and payment systems are completely, totally customized. We sell subscription prints all over the world. There's no little software package that will handle that kind of system for us. It's not just the billing and payments, it's the what print do they get next and everything else like that. So it's a hugely complex system that we've built up over the years. So whatever we do for bookkeeping has to integrate with that. It's got to be able to handle the subscriptions. So no problem, we can keep running that software, but at the end of the day, the output from my software still has to interface now with a normal business double entry bookkeeping system. The problem is, we're in Japan. I have to declare all my income, of course, in Japanese yen. Most of our expenses here, I pay staff in Japanese yen. Nearly all of our revenue is in foreign currency, dollars, pounds, euros, whatever. And it comes in at random times. We might make a bill for somebody on December 1st for a subscription print, so there's an exchange rate on December 1st when we make the bill. They may pay December the 17th or something, who knows, whatever. Then that money goes to a PayPal account and we remit from PayPal maybe on December the 21st in batches. So we can't track each individual transaction with each individual exchange rate. It's just not possible. It's like a bucket of water. You put water into the bucket, you scoop water out. Which molecule of water did you get? It's random. So our accounting system has to, at the end of the day, come up with Japanese yen totals for sales and remittances that happened in foreign currencies on different random dates at different exchange rates. And that's no trivial problem to solve. We've been talking with our accountant about it, the guy who's been doing my accounting for all the years. A few weeks ago, we made a proposal to him for what we'd like him to do next year, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And the result has been silence, no reply, no answer, which tells us that he can't or won't do this for us. He doesn't want to get involved. And I can understand why. For him, he looks at us as a bunch of bookkeeping amateurs who are just going to dump a bunch of numbers on his table. And for him, it looks like a bag of hurt. I don't think it will be like that. He doesn't know that. So it looks like we're going to be on our own to figure this out. So, long story short, one of the reasons I went to Ome was because it would give me 2 hours on the train one way, 2 hours on the train the other way, and a full evening there in Ome by myself with no one to bother me to try and figure out how to do this. And I think I've got it figured out, actually. Last night, I think I figured it out. When Cameron gets here later today, I'm going to bounce it off him because he's in on this conversation too, and we've got to get this worked out within the next few days. Because we go live January 1st with a new company, and we've got to have some bookkeeping system in place. So I'll bounce off, and when he gets here, I'll bounce the ideas off him and see what his reaction is, and see if we can go from there. is not going to be so excited to hear me talking about this, because he's thinking that what I was doing on my day off there was prepare the video script for announcing next year's series, which we really want to get going. But I didn't. I did bookkeeping instead. Firefighting, firefighting, firefighting. We're on a conversation. What you guys talking about? The cones. We used to talk about the shoe lady. Now we're talking about cones. That's fine, because the shoe lady, we got a bit too close to her, so it's okay. She passed by this morning about 2 minutes to 8. She's on a new schedule, which is just fine by me. She misses the stream. What's this? Waiting for your latest print since mid-November. It's Christmas mail, you know. It's really unpredictable. Some things go very much faster. Some people go much slower. Do I speak any French? No, not a peep of it. I'm sorry. Not a peep. Not a peep. Not a peep. When I was in school, they fed it to me. I was in there. I've sat through endless hours of French classes, of course, but I didn't listen, and I didn't care, and I didn't study. And it was just like, sit here because I got to be here. Of course, as we all know, as we get older, it would have made sense to spend that time actually learning French. Well, I had to spend the time sitting on those desks. I might as well have used it and learned it. But when you're a kid, you know, you behave like a kid, immature. So no, I don't speak any French. I'm sorry. Opportunities offered, opportunities ignored. There is a funny thing though, I mean, I think I've told this story before on the stream here, you know, I did feel after coming through all that I did have some French. Because actually I did, one time when I worked for the music store, we had to deal in Quebec, so I did some dealings with university professors and music teachers and stuff in Quebec. And I tried and got sort of, whatever, some semblance of actual, very, very, very rudimentary, simple conversations. And then staying at hotels and stuff, it was okay. Going to a restaurant, it was okay. I could actually, you know, get that level of stuff done. But then skip ahead, that was in the 1970s, and skip ahead to the 2000s. Sadako and I took a trip to Boston. We visited Matt Brown at his place in New Hampshire. We originally had intended to go to the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, but they wouldn't let us in. So we used that time instead. We took a few days off and went up to Montreal in Canada. We took a bus up actually from Matt Brown. Matt Brown dropped us off at a bus terminal somewhere in Vermont. White City or Whitemount or somewhere in Vermont. We took a bus up to Montreal. And Zadok was like, can you speak French? What's going to happen? Hotels, restaurants, what's going on? I said, okay, I'm okay. Look, I'm no expert, but I can handle this. No problem, no problem. So we get to Montreal and we get off the bus. We get to a hotel or something. I forget. We reserved it or whatever. I get to the hotel desk, and like the woman asks me some questions, and I'm like, and nothing, absolutely zero, nothing would come out of my mouth. Every time I tried to say something that my brain was trying to say in French, it came out as a scramble of Japanese. It seems that what had happened was that as I went to Japan and learned Japanese, I guess there was a box in my head, David's first language, English, David's second language, which previously had been a broken French, had now become Japanese. And the Japanese had pushed out all the French, everything. And when I tried to say yes or whatever instead of oui, it came out as hi. My mouth made the wrong shapes for these words. Sadako looks at me like, I thought you said you could do this. And I'm like, I thought we could do this, whatever. So no, my French is now officially, till the end of time, my French is zero. I'm sorry to the French people. We have three staff members here that can speak French. I mean, quite often now there are print parties. When French visitors are here for a party, our staff is speaking French to them, of course. So I'm listening to this and I hear the repetition of these words, and they get to the brushing on the block, and our French staff says, doucement, doucement, more gently, more softly. You know. So I'm picking up one by one, random printmaking related words in French. This White River Junction, is that it? No idea. It was in Vermont. He lives in Lyme, New Hampshire. Drove us over to somewhere in Vermont where a bus line went up to Montreal. Yeah, KP is talking about this. June, starting trying German. Just your head, I think. There's people that can handle multiple, and I can handle just two, and that's it, it seems. I think if you use them all the time, lots of people who grew up in Europe and stuff using different languages, of course, there's room for more than two in a human brain. But when you don't use them, of course, it's the same old story. It would be fun to be multilingual. It would be so much fun in my dreams, whatever. French person comes in, I can easily say, oh, blah, 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 blah. The other staff would look at me in glowing admiration. Wow, Dave can speak English and French and Japanese. Wow. Unfortunately, in my fantasies, there's X hours in the day. So there we go. We've got a couple of Marcel's on here. She's from Mexico. She speaks, of course, Spanish, the Mexican version of Spanish, whatever. She speaks English quite well, and her husband is French, so I guess they've been together for many years. She speaks French very well, it seems to us. And of course, she's handling Japanese very well as well. So there's a lady here with those 4 languages. And certainly, I don't know how fluent she is in all of it. She's passable. She gets by chatting with people in any one of those 4 languages. We've got a couple more. Evelyn and her husband Tobias. They're speaking Japanese at a reasonable level, and they've got their original German and English, of course, as any German person does. We've got a ton of it here these days. Audrey is native French. She speaks English, of course, and her Japanese is also very possible. Cameron and me were just on 2, English and possible Japanese. Sadako's working here now. She's got excellent English, original Japanese. She's got Swedish. She spent many, many years living in Sweden. We've got a really nice multilingual crew here now. A bunch of the Japanese staff are kind of embarrassed by it. Shiba-san, no reason for her to be embarrassed. She's just Japanese, but she looks around at this and hears all this sound, and she's like, oh my God. It drives home to her how isolated the Japanese are in their lack of knowledge about these different languages. It's good fun being here these days. There's so much going on, and so many people, and so much stuff around the world. There was a couple of customers the other day. I was doing the night shift, what we call the night shift. Most of the staff goes home at 5:30. I run this shop until about 7 or so in the busier seasons. And the other night I was here, and a couple of guys came in. It must have been Monday night, I think, before I shut down for the week. A couple of guys came in, threw off their backpacks, browsed for some prints, and they were chatting with each other. And I was trying to think, what language is this? Like we hear this all the time. We get, people from all over the world here chatting and talking and chatting and talking. Sometimes we're in the print place, sometimes just, And we recognize, or I can recognize most of the main ones, the German versus Danish versus Dutch stuff. I can't tell the Austrians from the Germans. I'm still not very good at telling the New Zealanders from the Australians. I get that one wrong lots. I can recognize the Romanians because my son-in-law and my daughter speak that. But this one stumped me, and I had to ask them. They picked up a couple of prints and brought them to the counter. And we were chatting about stuff, and I had to ask them, okay, you guys, I give up. What is the language? And it turned out they were from Albania. And that's one I don't have a handle on at all. Absolutely no idea. Okay, where to next here? Just around this area. These are not so interesting and fun. I'm not quite sure how much to leave exactly as Randall drew them, and how much to sort of tape them off into brush stroke shape. I don't know. I shouldn't mess with them too much, but we can. Some of these could be just rounded off a little bit. fans on his computer are running pretty heavily today. I wonder, it's quite chilly here. There's no reason for that to be happening. Stream seems okay, no drop frames, but the fans are roaring. The fans are roaring. give me a break on the cone alignment, you know? You can't have it every day. It's like Christmas, it just comes once a year. Enjoy it when you get it. Also, too, the other thing about the cone alignment, I can just see from here, you know, for you and me it's different. I'm looking just around this corner, my head is to the right of what you guys are seeing, the camera's off to the left. So if you guys get cone alignment, I don't. And when I have it, you don't. So now that I think about it, that's what maybe I should do, get out there and set it up so it's aligned for me. And I can what are you guys talking about? Looks good from where I sit. Cone alignment is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, now that I think about it, that's right. It's not cone alignment, it's camera alignment. So what time is it? Camera time soon? You gotta chew them out for the tripod problem. Which reminds me, show and tell, show and tell. While I was away Tuesday and Wednesday morning, package came from the post office. We have today, I think I know what comes out, I'm not quite sure. We have a small post office package. It's bigger than I thought, actually. There was a show. Yeah, let's see. We'll open it at the end of the stream here. I know what I bought on auctions, but that seems like the wrong shape for the package, so let's see, maybe I'm going to get surprised, I don't know. Or it's just how he packaged it, I don't know. It's a big party day today. The last couple of weeks, as I've talked about before, it's been very light for the parties. It's been a slump for us. It's a known slump. The first couple of weeks in December, very, very few travelers. People have been traveling in autumn. It's a target time, or for the New Year, Christmas, New Year, and year-end season. It's another target time. First couple of weeks in December are very, very low. Not many people traveling at all. So it's been quiet. Staff got a lot of prints packed, a lot of extra work done, cleaned up a bunch of stuff. We are now back into it. Today we're full parties. It's 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2:30. And I had a request a few weeks ago for a party at 4 o'clock today. And because we were very low in reservations, I said, sure, no problem, let's help fill it up. And of course, we know what happened. We booked in at 4 o'clock and then bang, 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2:30. There's only 2 staff today, Teiko-san and Shiba-san. So I'm going to have to be on active party duty all day today with them, which is not what I wanted to be doing, but it can't be helped. Cameron wants me to get onto the video editing preparation. Something else too, the color blocks for the second month's print have to be prepared today too. Major production stuff, and it just happens in the random few minutes I can grab each day. The key block for this next year's series, second month's print, is coming back from the carver today. She emailed me last night. And she doesn't know how to do the color separations herself. It's insanely difficult now this last couple of years, and she has no idea how to do the color separations. It's not her job. So I have to do that sometime today, get the blocks pasted up and back to her before evening, so she's got work tomorrow. And I got 4 parties to do. I shouldn't actually be sitting here doing this. Can't be helped. How is the Japanese printing different from the Dürer stuff? It's similar in some ways and differs in some ways. It's still relief printing. They worked on copper as well as wood, but the ones they did on wood were the same as this. They left behind the lines that they wanted to print. Their tool didn't look like this. They had a different bunch of knives and gravers, but basically the same thing. The image was put onto wood, either drawn or traced or glued down somehow. Then they took away the wood that wasn't black. They used the oil-based ink, which they rolled on and then pressed into a press usually. But it's the same concept. It was relief-based printmaking for the most part. There's quite a lot of confusion about it because a lot of the work left from that day was not just woodblock printmaking, a lot of it was engraved work as well. And there's still quite a lot of confusion about which was which. There's lots of woodblocks left from that time. Different museums in Europe have the woodblocks. And you can see they're carved just like what we see here. They have a different tool set, different kinds of knives, but the end result is pretty much the same. Bits of wood standing up, bits of wood gone. Look who's here, look who's here. Good morning.
Cats today.
Huh?
Cats today, Kirby.
Yeah, of course. When they're busy, they're having lots of conversations about different stuff, cones and ice cream and whatever. I don't know.
All right.
I haven't been able to follow all of it. But, actually, I have got to, now that you're here,
Yeah.
I've got to abandon it for 2 minutes. I've got to get to the...
Take a break.
Yeah, I've got to get to the smallest room in the building. Back in a minute. I was scrambling before the stream. I usually go in there for a minute before the stream starts.
Right.
The last 10 minutes before the stream, I didn't have a chance. I'm trying to find the tripod. I'm sorry. Back in a minute.
Sorry. I had the tripod upstairs. Welcome, Raiders. Hello. Welcome. Sorry, now the guy who came to watch is gone. And I'm gone too. Yeah, I'm back. Os. Hangada. It's always my fault, Cameron. Yeah. It's because I took it with me to Niigata and forgot to bring it back downstairs. But I did at least bring it back to the shop. So that's good. Ohayou gozaimasu. Minna Nihonjin desu ka? Niigata に行ってきました。新潟の小国和紙の工場に行ってきました。撮影するために。Did I bring you お土産? No, sorry guys. Did I do any printmaking myself? No. I take pictures of it and videos. A りがとうございます、しめはりさん。でも今は新潟じゃなくて今浅草です。小国町ですよ。Wow, Japanese and English all mixed today. 嘘じゃないよ。Yep, Ogunimachi. You're also using French earlier. Sweet. Man, there's all sorts of languages going on today. Can't speak any French, sorry. How many other languages can we get in chat? What's wrong with Albanian, John Becker?
Sorry about that.
No problem. We've got Japanese, French, German, lots of languages going on now. Anyone speak Navajo? Probably not. I said, good thing nobody's speaking Albanian, and I asked why, and he said, ask Dave.
We had a couple, Monday night, a couple of cups. I couldn't recognize their language. They were chatting with each other. I gave up and had to ask him.
Yeah.
The guy says, Albania. He knew, nobody knows that one, so. Okay.
A group of Japanese people joined us too.
Really?
Yeah.
Unusual.
Yeah, a raid from, what are they called? Atesoe? I don't know what they are, but first they're sending lots of emoji, but now we've had lots of
actual comments.
Actual comments too. Yeah.
It's a bad timing while I wasn't here, so I got back.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes, we switched to speaking Japanese.
We'll lose the other half of the group. I don't know. We could use both. When they jumped in there, like, Hangada!
Hanga desu ne. 伝統的モコハンガです。はい。浅草の工房からの生放送です。
Some of our regulars are saying, we need the practice. 大丈夫よ。
じゃあどうぞ。
どうぞ。
Go for it.
Both can speak Japanese. Yeah, we've been here in Japan for a while, so we can get around.
普通の日本語で全然問題ありません。今何ゲームのグループですか？
わからない。
この時間朝早い？
早いですよね。
でしょ？
アテソエさん、どんなチャンネルですか？
どのゲームですか？いつもの。
わからない。ここは英語はまずいですけど、この絵文字はすごいですね。
絵文字といえば日本人ですね。
Yeah. Oh, you're in Japan. Yes, we're in Japan right
そ
now.
う今浅草でしょ？浅草の通りにあるの
Tokyo.
木版画工房です。
Yeah.
浅草ドンキのすぐそこです。
Been in Japan for a while now, if you recall from the documentary. This is about half your life. That's right, huh?
そう、今年は人生の半分になりますね。そう、今68歳ですから。日本来日は34年前です。ちょっと何曜日になるちょっと計算します。It's the day! Today! It's half of my life in Japan or something. Happy birthday this year.
Yeah, wow. 勉強のチャンネル。アテソエ君は日本語を勉強しているフィンランド人です。Okay, so it's not all Japanese people, but a group of people who are practicing and learning Japanese. Cool, welcome. ようこそ。
現在フィンランドニュースによくフィンランドからのニュース多いでしょ。新しい総理大臣の話とか、若い女性でしょ。34歳フィンランドのできたばかりの総理大臣の34歳の女性の方です。世界中一番若い国のリーダーです。
Wow. It is true. And here for Japanese. So the new president, right? Of Finland? Prime Minister? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I
The
don't
term
know.
is
Don't quote me. I don't know. Sorry,
the top leader of Finland is a 34-year-old woman, so the youngest prime minister in the world right now.
I think, unless I'm misremembering the news, so that was
cool.
I'm sure Trump sent her a hearty congratulatory message. Something stuck in my throat.
It's insane how Dave manages to cut these fine lines. It's really an art to behold. Yeah, while talking and chatting and joking around.
Very much fine line we're going on today, but yes, yes, sometimes indeed. So, pretty rough work.
With lots of distractions too.
Yeah. We do have a show and tell, Cameron.
Okay.
So it'll take about 5 minutes to show. It's related to the prints we showed you the other day, those small match level prints. It was on that single sheet.
All right.
It's another group of them. At least I think that's what's in the package here. Not quite sure, actually.
Right. Which package? That's right. Over there somewhere. Okay.
Oh, but okay. Also, bookkeeping stuff.
Yes.
One of the reasons I went to Omi the other day, I wanted to get that time on the train by myself.
Yeah.
I wrestled with this thing. Koda-san hasn't replied. The accountant.
Still nothing. Yeah.
Still nothing. And you know how it works in Japan? That means no.
It means.
I mean, we're on our own. We have to figure out how to do this. And
yeah.
The couple of big problems. He's worried about us not knowing how to do proper double entry bookkeeping, which he knows we've never done before. Yeah. And the currency exchange problem is a massive, massive problem. We talked to him about it that day. We had a meeting with him, and they don't have a clue how to handle us. They have no experience how to handle us. And he's really afraid of just getting in a tangle that's just going to, that's why they quoted us that high price for what they wanted to do. Anyway, long story short, I really sat down and thought, okay, Dave, you think of yourself as a really smart guy. Ha, ha, ha. You're losing it now at your age. But still, if you can't figure out how to write a set of books that will handle currency exchange and end up in Japanese. I mean, come on, it's not that difficult. It is difficult.
It is that difficult.
It's difficult. Yeah. But anyway, the point being, I sat there, I got it last night. I think I'll have to run this by Yamada-san, our young accountant. But I think I got it. And this is bizarre. This has only happened to me X number of times in my life. I wrestled with it all last night, tried this idea, tried that idea, threw this piece of paper away, and tried that. whatever, just go to bed.
Yeah.
I went to bed, I'm lying there. Normally I lie down and I'm unconscious within seconds.
Yeah.
And last night, I can't do this. I can't do this because it's just still eventually I go to sleep and I got it.
Eureka!
Literally. You laugh, but it happens. I woke up, that's it. And I knew what happened. I didn't write it down. I'm dead duck. So I got up. It's freezing up there. I'm in shorts. I opened the computer.
Yeah.
A couple of quick notes. They make sure you can understand some morning. Shut her down and go.
Yeah.
I got up in the morning and it's still there. But I got up in the morning, but it's like 5:30 because my head's still buzzing with this thing.
Yeah.
So I woke up about 5:30. It's been a crazy. I haven't had a shower yet. I probably stink. I got to do 4 parties today.
Yeah.
But I got it. And here's how we're going to do it.
Okay.
Don't laugh because actually I think this works. Inside our bookkeeping system,
Okay.
we are going to run inside our bookkeeping system a virtual foreign currency trading account.
Okay.
Now, like when you go and buy, you run an FX trading account with a brokerage, whatever, you buy your yen and you call for a deal and you call for this and you call for a buy and you call for a sell and you watch the rates and stuff.
Yeah.
With this one, we're not going to watch the rates. The rates happen. We're just going to use your average, of course, interbank spread, middle of the spread rate. And we're not going to decide when to buy and when to sell.
Okay.
We're going to have transactions, which is what's happening already. Your system makes a bill for a subscription print. That's a transaction.
Yes.
That transaction goes out to the customer as a US dollar invoice. And then in our inner bookkeeping system, the transaction goes to the foreign currency exchange account and it buys yen.
Okay.
It's a dollar invoice to the customer. That invoice goes to the exchange currency account.
Okay.
And it buys yen at the rate that's on the window in the account there, which is, of course, you know where that rate comes from. And it's booked, the exchange is booked at that moment.
Okay.
Now, the customer may pay in minutes, he may pay 6 weeks later.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because he's going to pay into PayPal still as dollars.
Yeah.
So it just sits there.
Okay.
When we draw from PayPal, his payment is mixed with 10 other payments, 20 other payments, 100 other payments.
Yeah.
It's happening at a different day. PayPal, the
Gives a
withdrawal
different
comes, it goes to our little window there, says, I want to buy some yen.
Yeah.
We offer it the yen rate that's there. We make the exchange rate, book it into our double entry system, and away it comes.
Okay.
But PayPal has its own rate.
Yeah.
So we then take that rate, go to the window, buy some more yen with it. This will now show a loss because they're giving us around 2% lower.
Yeah.
So we book the currency loss in our accounts at that time. This is something we've been ignoring up to now.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at explaining this, but it works. Every transaction, every bill you make, every payment the customer makes,
an account receivable.
every PayPal transaction, it goes through that trading account.
Okay.
Sorry, the sidetrack. Sorry, excuse me. Just, I'm excited about this because it's been a problem that's been bugging me for months, years actually, months. And we've now got it. We've now got it. So I'm sorry. It's supposed to be woodblock print. Not talking about foreign currency. Thank you.
Kawasaki's blocks.
Yes, you know what that is? That's the key block to the second print of next year's series. She's now sitting on her bench with nothing to do. Today, I have to prepare the color separation to send that back to her tonight, so she's got work tomorrow.
Wow.
And there's 4 parties today, and I haven't had a shower yet.
Oh, man. Wow.
Anyway, I'm rambling on about that, but this is it. Every transaction we make goes through our internal trading account. And that goes straight into the ledger in yen perfectly.
Okay, cool.
What could possibly go wrong?
Don't know yet. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
The color proof for this block, has Dave shown this before? Is it online somewhere? This
is the cat one?
Yeah.
This is online. If you go to nekohakkei.com, the updates page, Randall's original design is there, along with the brush drawing he did for me that I'm carving at the moment. Oh my God, am I behind the ball on updates for the cat series? Yeah. Oh my God, people have thought this has fallen off the end of the world. Nekohakkei.com or 8viewsofcats.com will link you to the same page, all one word, 8 as in A-E-I-G-H-T, or as in 8, with that bottom box.
Oh, nice. Note to self: invest heavily in Davecoin. I think you're starting your own blockchain virtual currency.
Well, no, this is nothing to do. I mean, I get that. This is nothing with blockchain. This is simply a trading account, which compares currencies and has an account. There's a yen amount in there, a US dollar amount in there, and we keep our own internal trading account full. It's virtual, full of each of these currencies.
Yeah.
And our invoicing system goes there and buys the US dollars for that bill. This is all virtual.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if when the customer pays it, it's a different rate. Because that's what's happening in real life. We're taking the losses and gains in real life, but we're not booking them.
Right.
Because we've just been using the average rate of all this stuff.
Yeah.
And from now on, we can book them at the actual. Well, it's not the actual rate because it's not what PayPal uses. If we knew what PayPal was using, that would be a dream. We could use the real exchange rate. But they won't tell us what they're using, and we never know.
Yeah.
Until we actually make the pay down from PayPal, and then we know what they've given us. That's all you're going to give us?
Yeah.
And also, this is terrifically easy to implement. So,
yeah, and PayPal takes a cut, so there are all sorts of expenses associated with PayPal.
PayPal is not evil incarnate. They take the credit card thing. I mean, when people pay with a credit card, we take what it is, 2.75%. So it's a globally,
kind of standardized rate.
Yeah, standardized rate. It's okay. They take their 30 cents on top of it for transaction. That's okay. There's no problem with that. Well, we have a little bit of a problem with PayPal. And again, this is not evil. This is the way they do their business. When it comes time, our customers have paid in dollars into a PayPal dollar account. We have to bring it into a Japanese yen account. There's a normal there's a spread on any bank which buys and sells. And PayPal puts 2% over the general interbank middle of the road.
Yeah.
They move at 2% in their direction, which is kind of a wide spread for currency exchange.
Yeah.
It's what you get at the local little kiosk and the train station rather than going to the bank.
Yeah.
Whatever, that's the price we pay for having a service that allows customers all over the world to buy our prints.
Yeah.
So I'm not bitching too much.
Yeah.
But I'm allowed to bitch a little bit. Are you in on the SS thing that's happening today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You too then?
Pardon me?
You too then?
Yeah, when they asked me a couple weeks ago, I said, I'm okay if you're okay, because I was afraid that if I joined in, that they might make a big trouble because somebody would draw my name across, and then I'd think, oh my God, now what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, if it's okay for you guys, I'm happy to join as long as it's not too much of a problem for somebody else. They said, we'll take it as it rides. It was Shiba-san, Teiko-san who was setting it up.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago, the staff here, the girls in the staff, I think Teiko-san started, they set up a secret Santa box.
Yeah.
They asked which of the staff members wanted who else to join, whatever. So, and they approached me to, do I want to be in this? I thought, yeah, I'm happy that the staff members are doing activities together. So yeah, anything that I can encourage. I was just afraid that it might be a block for the person who drew my name.
Yeah. Where do I get my boss?
Well, you might get from. It's easy because I don't care about stuff. They know what I eat. Just throw something in my food box, my granola box in the morning. I'll throw another bag of granola in my breakfast box. I'll be totally, absolutely happy. So So there's no problem for Dave. He doesn't need a necktie or socks or whatever. Whatever. Or whatever. So I think I'm easy, but it could be a problem for somebody.
Seems weird that Christmas is a thing in Japan. Well, it's not too much of a thing in Japan.
It's not. It's an imported. And
Frankenstein thing. It's changed a lot.
It's really funny. The other day, it was checkup time again. I was over at the hospital again for the checkup. The city asks you to go for this thing every year. So I'm sitting in the waiting area there at the hospital, waiting to give my blood sample so they can check and see if I'm still alive or something, whatever. And there's an atrium in the hospital, and there's a sort of stage at one end, and it's a sort of a modern, quite big hospital. Enough room to have an atrium. And there's been some funny cardboard stuff there, but as I was sitting there, it took a long time. I said about 2 hours, waiting for my turn to come up. And a bunch of guys came in. These are office guys from the back room somewhere. These are like hospital administrator type young men. They've got their neckties, but they got their rolled up sleeves and their ties pulled out a bit. Their jacket is back in their office. They're business type people, but not totally formally attired. They're pushing this couple of trolleys, and it turns out there's Christmas trees inside.
Oh,
And
okay.
in their job, they've been assigned to set up the Christmas decorations inside this hospital.
Got it.
And what happened was really cool. These guys, 4 or 5 guys, they were not really enthusiastic about this, but whatever, probably beat sitting in the office with the computers. So they try and set it up, and they couldn't do it. And one guy tries to get a step ladder, and he holds the other guy. And they get this tree up, and it's all green. It's quite high. It's way more than 2 people standing on it. So maybe it's 4 meters or something like this.
That's
whatever.
pretty big
it's a
tree.
little tree made of different pieces of stuff put together.
Yeah.
And then a sort of a nurse type lady came around with her white stuff and her name badge and whatever, and she looked around and poked, and she starts looking in the box and pulls out this tinsel stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And within 15, 20 minutes, there was a total transition. These guys all sort of, okay, well, you can have this back way. Within 50 minutes, there wasn't a man in sight, and it was a cluster of all these nurses giggling with each other and looking in the box and, oh, look what I found. And they swarmed this tree. So the guys built the thing with not much enthusiasm. And then the girls, and I'm just reporting what I saw, reporting what I saw. The girls
They had a blast decorating it.
giggling and decorating this.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
these are people who are in their 20s and 30s. You know, these are nurses, office people, whatever, people working in this hospital.
Yeah.
And if people in their 20s and 30s now in Japan, the Christmas was here. When they grew up, there was such a thing as little tiny Christmas trees in the home. And they immediately got a little Christmas present or stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't the depth of the Christmas that Americans or Americans like you and me would know, but they had it.
Yeah.
And here's their chance as adults to, oh, it's time to play the Christmas game again.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
But the guys were, whatever, we do what the boss tells us to do. Let's bring this thing up, put it up. But the young women were all over this thing with enthusiasm.
Yeah. Christmas in Japan is date night. Someone says that. Yeah, a lot of people do go out.
But it has been.
dates.
I'm not so sure how
That's being celebrated now. Yeah.
Because it became a real problem. It was a real huge financial burden for the guys. If you go back to the end of the bubble time, late 80s and through the 90s stuff, it became a huge problem. Because it had to be not just date night, but the most expensive hotel, the most expensive dinner, the most expensive everything.
Got it.
And I think that's
Faded.
of course, it has to have faded. So, you know.
Yeah.
It was a huge burden for any young guy who had got a girlfriend to the extent that you're supposed to ask her for a date.
Yeah.
And she was just, oh my God, it's, you know, I'm going to get this and I'm going to get that and I'm going to get that, you know. So I don't know. I'm not that much in touch with the current culture of that kind of age group anymore. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to find that it's girls just going out for dinner in pairs and stuff like that, you know, rather than you know, putting your own some guy. I don't know.
Need a Sadie Hawkins Day.
How old is that? Is that John again?
Fly fish for fun.
See, somebody's got to be around my age or somebody to know that. Do you know what the reference is?
Yes. If I had my druthers. I mean, that's one of the other songs. There's a musical for Sadie Hawkins too, but I know it's a comic too.
Of course.
Right?
Do you know what it was called? Okay, no,
I'm trying to remember the name of it. I don't remember though.
Hal Cap was the guy. Was the guy.
Lil Abner. That was
Abner.
the comic, yeah. Played the saxophone for a musical production of it
they did it
one time.
But also, I shouldn't pull Wrangly because it's long before my time. It's way before my time too. Way before my time. I knew it in its final stages. It must have been in the newspapers in the 50s through the 60s as it was just coming to an end.
Got it. But some middle schools, at least in the U.S., says they do Sadie Hawkins dances and things where the girls are encouraged to ask the guys out instead. Did our group of Japanese people vanish?
Probably. I'm talking about tax accounting. That. I know how to blow people out of here. Actually, the first tax return is mostly talking about cone alignment.
They still keep bringing that up. I don't think they're misaligned. Maybe the camera's misaligned.
Well, that's what we started talking about. So I realized that from where I look, you know, it's more aligned than
Yeah.
So no, it's not a question of cone alignment. We talk about that. It's camera alignment, not cone alignment. So. Let's invent a new theory of relativity here. You know?
Yeah.
What you get out of a cone is where you look at it from.
Yeah. They want us to do the show and tell. It's
Is it that
9:18.
time?
Yeah.
9:18. Okay. fair enough, fair enough. Promised it, let's deliver it. Right. Okay. Where's the, did I pass it to you? Where's the little envelope? Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. This is Yahoo stuff, and I've lost my glasses. I think I know what's inside. I'm not quite sure. There's a bunch of small auctions I bought the last few days. My mind are all mixed up and scrambled together. I believe this is a bunch of small match label prints, similar to the ones we showed at the end of last stream. I showed one of the last stream that was a single sheet, all not cut. These are normal type match label prints that have been cut. At least I think that's what's in here.
If the Japanese people had gone and someone responded in Japanese, I'm not Japanese, but I'm studying, but the other person saw it and said, wow, a Japanese person.
Fair enough.
Oh,
no.
Something else.
This is way better, better. Oh my God, this is okay. I was thinking it was the wrong size. The match labels were supposed to be a much smaller little envelope. Okay, scratch that.
Okay.
Nothing to do with match labels. This is a miniature total treasure. Total absolute treasure.
All right.
Total absolute treasure. I'm so happy to be here. Okay. Tokaido Goju-san Ski. Translation,
All right.
Cameron-san?
The 53 stations of the Tokaido.
Good. Actually, there's 55.
But it says 53.
It's a set of woodblock prints designed by Hiroshige back in the old days. I'm mixing my stories together actually too. There's another album I'm expecting. It's an Hiroshige's Edo Hakkei.
Okay.
So this is actually match label prints. Which way do we open from? From left or right? Let's try opening. It's Japanese, so let's open from the right hand side. What do we have here? This is, it says...
Upside down for me.
Show of 12. What are we having here? Oh, it's right to left. It's Nagoya. Sawa, I don't know, no idea here. What's happening? This is commemoration.
Yeah.
Kinen.
It's obnoxious that they wrote right to left and then left to right. So it just goes in a circle.
My brain is trying to get this. Wait. Taiheiyo. Okay, wait a minute. This is Nagoya. I thought that was Sawa, but I don't know.
It looks like Sawa to me, but
this is Taiheiyo. Show the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
And this is Heiwa. And this is that the Haku? Hakuran kind of Haku? Something.
Yeah.
I have no idea why this one is stuck in here.
Yeah.
And this looks like the yin yang thing. This is a fish. And let's poke along and see what we've got here. And at first this looks like something David would not be interested in at all. This is a bunch of those, like you get those
train station stamps.
Yeah, train station stamps to show. And when I first came to Japan, I did indeed. I carried a little book around with myself, and I did a bunch of train station stamps.
I've seen that.
But I am not specifically interested in that, so if that had been all this was, I would not have looked for this book. But when we poke along, the guy who put the auction up showed more to it than this, and somewhere around halfway through, I hope somewhere halfway through, we get to some woodblock prints. And this is, it's Hizakurige. This is the Yajikita, those two joke characters.
Yes.
Part of a story in the Edo time who kicked their way down the Tokaido Road.
Right.
And here we have our first little disappointment. These are not actually woodblock prints.
No.
No, they're not. They're in Satsubutsu. We have Nihonbashi, Shinagawa, Kawasaki. These are the beginnings of the Tokaido. And I don't think the whole Tokaido set is in here.
And these ones aren't woodblock prints either.
No, these, it looks like they're funny stuff. They're all Hisakurige events. Hamamatsu. It's a bunch of prints from the Tokaido set, but not the whole set. But hopefully, if we keep flipping through this and get to the back side, I believe No, this is still the same thing. These are not woodblock. Continuing with the Tokaido. They're all humorous events from the Kitayaji story.
Right.
I was hoping, because we've got some, at the end of this, there's some prints from the Chu Shingura set.
Oh, cool.
And I was hoping that they might turn out to be woodblock. No, they aren't either.
Oh, no.
This is the Chu Shingura set.
Saying that paper is really dirty. I think it was
I'm not
deliberate.
Sure,
right?
no, I think that could be foxing. I'm not sure, Cameron. Okay. It looks like both. It looks like a decoration kind of paper, but also there's one way to find out. You get my scope on this. No, this is foxing. This is bad condition. So this is not going to be a massive treasure for us. These are the Chushingura prints. Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's a broken set or let's have a look. Let's go back to the beginning here. Here's the title page, and then they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. A full set of Chushingura should be about 50 designs. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, it is 18. There's the Night Raid, 19, 20. Oh, that's it. Ends there. No, it's not a full set.
It just goes in order to 20.
In order to number 20. Should continue. And none of these are woodblock prints. Soka, soka, soka. Well, I'm glad I didn't pay too much for it. It's not a full set of Tokaido, are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There must be another album that went with this. The Tokaido was only 21 out of the 55.
I thought the backside had a few more Tokaido when you flip it the other way.
Yeah. How many did I get to then?
21.
2, 3, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 30, 33, 30. 31, yeah, 32, 33, 35, 6, 7, 3, 39, 40. That's it.
Okay.
So no, it's a broken set too. So. Zannen desu. Our friend Doi-san, he does this sometimes. He gets on Yahoo auctions and buys stuff, and it turns out to be not what he had maybe hoped it would be. And he calls it Benkyo Dai.
Yeah.
Benkyo Dai. The money we pay for experiences, getting experiences.
Yeah.
You pay the money, you learn as you go. And all these have the name of that same group on them, Michelle. Maybe it's more readable here because it's in actual type. It's the same thing. Oh, it's Nagoya City.
Ah, okay.
Nagoya City. Minami-ku, Higashi-cho, 6. Doesn't make sense as an address. Nagoya City, South Ward, Eastern Machi. 6. And then what happens next? It says, Nohara no Higashi,
too small for me.
Umi, something say, Sha, Kaisha no Sha, to Seisaku. Must be the name of the company or something. Noto
Which is
Kai.
in that district of Nagoya.
Noto Kai, how would you pronounce that?
It was no. And then Higashi.
Higashi, and then Umi.
Yeah, no Tokai.
No idea.
Reasonable.
No, but Tokai is Tokaido no Tokai, they show
Yeah.
Nagoya. No idea. They're kind of cute, but nothing to do with woodblock printing.
Yeah. Secret Santa for Doi-san, they said.
He would really be interested in that, right? Yeah. Zannen desu. Okay, win some, we lose some, we win some, we lose some. What I thought, when I opened this and I saw the small album with the Hiroshige label on the top, I can tease something that's happening there. There was another auction I got the other day of the Hiroshige, a group of prints, 30 prints from the Hiroshige series, 100 Years of Edo. And they are reduced in size. I thought they were going to be about this size.
Okay.
I thought maybe I misunderstood the auction. It turned out to be postcard size. But no, they're about this size.
Okay.
And there's an album of 30 of them.
Okay.
And they are, I believe, to die for.
All right.
That means they're probably going to be coming today, but it means I can't look at them until I have to open them on the next stream on Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. I think we should, to make up for today's bust. What can I say, guys? Win some, lose some.
Yep. I was saying, how much would a book like that cost in the US? I buy books like this, so if someone's a collector of
Make an offer, because
accordion style
we
books.
don't really need this or want this. It's not too much of interest to us. It is actually sort of interesting. The story is interesting, but we've got so much stuff here. We're trying to focus on our woodblock collection. So if somebody is interested in this, I'll look up what I paid for it on auctions, and we'd happily just let it go with whatever we paid for it. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Send me an email. I just sent.
So
our email
we'll send the link to the auction page. And if
Yeah.
you just cover my costs, I pay the auction and shipping coming in. And if there's somebody who's interested in this, you can have it from us for exactly that.
Just
price.
reach out. Well,
Please be. We do not want to make this a stream each day into
a sale.
online shopping. It's like QV's today's special item.
Yeah.
Get to your phone. But no, if anybody wants it, just let us know. Okay, camera time. Where are we? What's happening now? Today is Thursday. The show.
Yes.
Yes. On next stream now will be Saturday morning. I'll be back here carving, picking up. I think exactly where I left off today. Working on this block some more.
All right.
What I should be doing, oh my God, I got to get the video, next week's video.
Yep,
We are now,
people are
that train is now within meters. That train is going to hit me
In the face. Yeah.
I've got to get the video ready. Kawasaki-san is desperately waiting for these blocks. If I don't get that done, I need to do more sizing. We're out of paper for the New Year's cards.
Do we have enough
The
staff
New
to
Year's
keep you out of the shop?
labels, you're going to
Yep,
be doing that
yeah.
today. No, we're short staffed today. It's just Teiko and Shiba-san, and we've got 4 parties booked.
Oh no.
So I am in the shop today.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow also, I'm needed in the shop tomorrow. And then we've got that interview. There's that girl
Yeah,
coming for an
yeah.
interview this morning.
And then maybe one in the afternoon. You said.
Oh, that's
perhaps.
cancelled.
Oh, okay,
Pushed
that
to
one
Friday.
canceled. Okay.
What am I going
It's
to
gonna
do?
be a full day.
What am I going to do? Okay, anyway, what I'm going to do right now is to get to work. Thanks, guys. It's been a bit of a scrambled, mixed stream. Sorry about the not so special show and tell.
Yeah.
As I said, win some, lose some. Can't be helped.
We will
See you on
later.
Saturday morning. Cones.